Hey everyone, I'm rather incoherent. And if you're wondering where I am and why I'm looking at an empty Altera hub depot that didn't exist before, I built a second Altera hub base. Now why would I do that? Because whenever I buy stuff, it doesn't arrive at my first base. But more interestingly, it doesn't arrive at this base either. And at this point, I think I'm just incapable of using SES Studios any further. I mean, I can continue using what I've got already, but I think the fact that my first base is base 1 and my second base is base 66 might have something to do with how things have broken horribly. That or the constant spam of error 2 or the various other issues I've been facing. And while looking into this and trying to fix it, I found out that their mods have been pulled from the Nexus because there are so many issues that it's like, we're gonna upload a better version in the future, please don't download it right now, we know we've got issues. Which is fair, that is a completely normal thing to be happening with the current state of the mods. But unfortunately, I don't think I can buy anything else. Now, I didn't really need anything else, but the main reason I was looking at buying stuff in the first place was that I could get power storage for my other base with its teleporter, and more storage for this base, because as you can see, all of these little server wheels are pretty close to 100%. I've pretty much filled up all 19 of these 48 inventory storage lockers, which is ridiculous. Unfortunately, there's really nothing I can do to fix any of this. A new base doesn't work, deconstructing and remaking everything doesn't work. There's nothing I can do in-game to fix it, and I'm not about to restart at this point in the run, so it is what it is. And the whole reason we were doing any of this in the first place is because when I came back up, I forgot to bring my depth upgrade for the prawn suit, which is a hassle because I have to come back, and now it's got to wait for 500 more power before I'm allowed to leave. And there's a bunch of other little things. I want this stuff to make more bases in the future. I want lots of things. So you can see I've upgraded ion power cells there, and in fact I've upgraded to ion batteries in all of my tools as well. And now I guess I just wait for a little while. There's really nothing else I can do to speed things up. And I do mean that there's nothing else I can do to speed it up, because I literally, alright, I don't have them on me right now, but I've had them on me in the past. I've got no idea where I've left them. I literally don't know how you're supposed to use the batteries. As far as I can tell, they might only be usable if the base doesn't have the ability to generate enough power in the first place. Because previously when I tried to teleport at 1000, it's like, nah, you can't, you need 1500. Despite the fact that I was carrying 6,000 power of battery packs on my person at the time. So I guess while I wait for this to recharge, I will ramble a bit. I really like SES Studios. It is, in my opinion, easily one of the 4 most important mods I've got installed. 5? The top 5 mods being SES Studios, EasyCraft, Map, De-Extinction, and DeathRun. And I can't really put them in an order because they're doing such fundamentally different things that all vastly improve the game. But of the 5, SES Studios and De-Extinction stand out as the buggiest mods I've got. De-Extinction is slowly killing the performance of the game by duplicating creatures and also making the game's balance all over the place because there's not supposed to be a million twist deals. And with SES Studios, like, most of it's not a problem. It'll be unintuitive or whatever, there'll be some issue, it's not a big deal. And then it just snaps in half. I lose all my money, or the shipments stop coming. And I literally can't get shipments to come. I don't know what I could change. I built an entirely new base, I've disassembled and reassembled everything. Maybe this square used to be blue? I don't know. I'll click the square and see if things change. That's the way it defaulted to it, I've never touched it before in my life. But who knows, maybe the squares need to be blue and I just somehow tripped over myself and it was buggy before. And over here, this one doesn't even have a square, so what does that mean? Ah. It's a shame. I was looking forward to doing a lot of completely pointless dumb stuff in the postgame with SES Studios. But instead, it's kind of looking like I'm just gonna be more or less ignoring this mod going forward. Like, I'll keep using what I built, but I literally cannot interact with it anymore, and it's very frustrating. And you can see, like, this is happening, where base 1 has buy all, and this one doesn't exist anymore. Okay, weird. Why do you not exist anymore? Are you supposed to have a square? Will this get your square back? You have power, you're in a base, you have a drone transport system. Why aren't you real anymore? I haven't even saved or loaded or anything. That's so confusing. Alright, in a desperation move, I'm gonna fully restart my computer, not just Subnautica and Vortex like I have been. It's not gonna fix anything, but I want to give it one last shot before I give up on the mod, because there's a lot of post-game stuff that would be cool to do, and it sucks to give up on it. Alright folks, in a desperate last-ditch attempt to make this work after restarting my computer, I've disassembled this and created a station next to the base, and I've moved the actual receiver like directly against this wall right here. It doesn't matter, we know they were in range already, there's no reason what is considered in range would change. The simple fact is that for one reason or another, this mod has broke and I can no longer buy things. Which makes the refineries pointless, and I can no longer buy all the cool shit that is the entire purpose of the mod. I'm deeply saddened by it. However, we did find a cool bug when I used free placement here. Because you're not allowed to place it just randomly in the air or this close to your buildings. And when you do, the game's like, oh, you're trying to connect that, right? And you start swimming around your base, because the way the game actually handles being in water is that certain planes, such as the surface of the water or a hatch, the game is told, hey, he's no longer in water, he's walking, or he's no longer walking, he's in water. Which can result in fun times, like this. It's gonna be one rough dive when oh. 10 out of 10, did not see that coming. All right, fair enough. So yeah, that's a fun thing we learned trying to fix this. And unsurprisingly, the data disk I ordered has not arrived. So, as I was saying earlier, sad times, I've tried everything I can to fix it. I am interested in playing another run of Subnautica in the distant future. When FCS has a major update and it's back up on the Nexus and it's more stable, I am interested in playing with more DeathRun settings, and rather than fully exploring the world, just focusing on base building, FCS stuff, and progressing the game. Not really caring at all about scanning everything like I have this time. Although I will probably still have an alien containment with all the fish in it, because what's even the point if I don't? Which raises a question, should I even let this little guy out? Because honestly, it's probably for the best he stays in. Otherwise, he'll shoot away like a rocket ship and never come back. But hey, it'll be funny if it happens a 5th time, right? It being something bad happens to my cuttlefish, not necessarily the rocket ship thing. That's only happened twice, but it has happened 100% of the times that I've actually released a cuttlefish. There's virtually nothing you can do that'll surprise me at this point. Where are you gonna go? Wait, you're hanging around the base like you're supposed to? Alright, actually consider me surprised. But you aren't supposed to be following me. You just hang out here, this is your house now, do whatever you want. I'm just trying to play with the other cuttlefish, you attention-whoring bastard. How dare you? Wait, one of them's out! There are 3 cuttlefish right now. Somebody escaped, finally! Where'd he go? 1, 2, 3, yes! Who's out? Is it my bedroom cuttlefish or the basement cuttlefish? Oh, that sucks. He has a glass window to watch him through and everything. It's heartbreaking. I was really hoping he was the one who was out. Well, that sucks for him. Anyway, by now the power's probably come back up in my other base so we can teleport back with our upgraded stuff. Of course, before I go, I should actually make the depth upgrade for my prawn suit. That's kind of important. And speaking of depth upgrades, there's also a depth upgrade for the dive suit that needs lava lizard scales. Just like the river prowler, I think it's called, you get them by stabbing it in the face. So I got some of those off camera, I'm gonna go get some synthetic fibers now, and I'll be right back with you once I'm actually able to go to the end of the game. Quick question, if I were to swim inside of a base and go out a hatch the wrong way, would I start walking? Oh! It's just like, no, you're supposed to be on this side of the hatch, and it rips me through it and takes me back out. Fair enough. And with that done, we have everything we need for the Reinforced Dive Suit Mark III. I'm gonna eat some water, eat some food, get some first aid kits, and I'll see you back in the lava zone. So I made a super sea glide tube down here, and it just seems to have... How are you here? Excuse me? I could have sworn I told you not to follow me, man. I teleported. How'd you get here? Which one even are you? Anyway, like I was saying, I made a super sea glide tube down here, and apparently between saves it has just magically unflooded itself, so I give up. The game's just not cooperating today. Yeah, he's following me and he's doing it admirably. Not sure how he got here so fast. I need to take him back to the surface anyway, but I forgot my quantum power banks, which is a pretty damn good reason to go up. You know what I've just learned? This thing is actually able to grab stuff that's not even in the storage system. All of these one-of fish, those are my aquarium. It's doing the same thing the resource monitor is. That's kind of amazing. Also makes the resource monitor entirely redundant, except for the one trick where you pull things out of it to put them into the storage lockers, but I can actually just do that here too. So there's literally no purpose in you anymore. You're actually just dead to me. Damn shame. Anyway, it turns out they were all in here. I could have just accessed them through this, and I didn't need to come back. What? You can return things? What's this button? Oh my god, it's orders in transit. It's all the things I've ordered that haven't happened. I don't think I should be able to drag this. Wait a second. If I cancel all of these orders that didn't happen, maybe one of them specifically is broke. I don't want to return these power banks, it's just funny that I can. If I buy something now with all of those broken orders canceled, does it work? I mean, it doesn't. I'm just getting my hopes up over here because I found buttons I've never noticed before. But it'd be cool if that fixed it. What? That's a thing I can do? That changes how I should be constructing a base. If you just click on the teleportation bag and just click and go to them? Oh! That's how you use the quantum teleporters. Alright, fair enough. Shit, that's amazing. You can have the one I just used. And I'm gonna go see where I put my ion cubes, because I have no idea. I may have used basically all of them, actually. I have a singular ion cube left. That's fine. We're gonna take this, we're gonna slap it in and start recharging this thing. Are you able to make ion cubes at some point in time? How do I actually... Do I put this in with it? Yes! Okay, I understand now. I thought you could charge two at once, but that's not what it was saying. Alright, good luck, guy. Now, I would like to teleport back normally, I think? What was I doing? I got so distracted by finding out about the teleportation tab. Right, I'm hoping against all odds that transporting goods works now, and that there's a glitched order preventing other ones from going through. It's not looking that way, though. That seems highly unlikely, I'm gonna be honest. And we can just head back down to Lost River. Once this gets up to 1500, because you need 1500 power on both sides of the teleport. Alright, if I have forgotten something this time, I will be very cross with myself, but I don't believe I have. I think it's finally time to go.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Hopefully that troubleshooting it doesn't take up too long at the beginning of the video on your end. I've been trying in real life for like well over an hour, but most of it wasn't even recorded. I forgot to tell you not to... Look, you gotta stay here, man. Here's not even safe, but where I'm going it's way worse, and I can't be bothered teleporting back and forth any more than I already have. Now all this stuff makes sense to bring with me. I actually do have one more locker, but it's not really for any of this. Actually, this stuff has no reason to be here. The vehicle pad and this need to come with me, but the rest of this stuff has literally no purpose here. So I'm gonna throw this in a box. Okay, I think we're good to go. I think I've got everything I could possibly need. It's time to explore. And there is a little bit of exploring to do, because I'm gonna go down the path in Lost River that we didn't go down the first time. I just want to drop by the cove tree, scan it, look around, admire its beauty. Figure out where the other lava zone entrance is, because I know there are two, and it bothers me that I've missed one. Like, I don't know how I missed it. It's the why it's bothering me. It always takes a brief moment in time before I'm, like, used to grappling again. Sorry, you're the closest object I can grab to. There we go. Now we're moving properly again. So Beacon 13 is just marking the one path in the Lost River that we haven't gone down yet. I'll grab it as I get to it. Look at him go. He is beauty, he is grace. God, it's a pretty area. Why don't I ever build bases here? What's wrong with me? Like, everyone talks about building bases here. It's obviously a cool place to build. I mean, real talk, because you can't use solar power. Like, that's a big part of it. My main base is just solar power and batteries and nothing else. It's kind of silly. May as well scan the giant cove tree. It's where ghost leviathans come from. It's a wonderful place. Although I have a question about this. Like, I was thinking about it when I was off-screen scanning stuff. I walked past all the dead Reaper Leviathans, right? Because that's what the Sea Dragons do. They go up to the surface and they eat Reaper Leviathans. Isn't this like the single least safe place in the entire game for a ghost Leviathan baby? The only thing that eats Leviathans lives right next door to it. I don't know, it's cool that they're all down here, but when you think about them in conjunction with the sea dragons, it feels like it's just a... It feels weird to call it a plot hole because it's like world lore, but that is, I think, the right word for it. Alright, this is the other lava zone entrance. This is the one that I usually take. I don't normally go down the pit. There's this awkward series of, I don't know, cliffs, drop-offs, but this is a lava zone entrance, and I want a beacon for it. As you can see, I've got 3 beacons right now, and there are 3 things left to mark. They're the lava zone entrances, my own stupidity, and then, of course, the actual final base. Although I don't really know why I'd ever need to go back, but I may as well mark the entrance to it. Alright, so that's Lava Zone West. Where does this go normally? Doesn't this, like, actually lead to an exit somewhere? That's the Blood Kelp entrance. Oh, no, it doesn't. It just dead ends on the Lava Zone. Okay. I am completely wrong about that. So rather than going down in this entrance, which I easily could, I'm going to go over to this other entrance and drop a beacon on it too, just to better map out the underground. I've been so thorough in the rest of the game, may as well keep doing it. No reason to stop now. Every time, my instinct is to try to, like, do quick ground hops instead of this, and it's just wrong. This is so fast. Like, this is ridiculous. Although I did miss up a few of them. Mess up or miss, same thing, but you can't do both. God, it's so fast. Like, it's hard to tell sometimes because the Lost River is so big that when you drive the Cyclops through it, it feels fine. But this thing is actually just insanely fast when it's grappling, and it's when I'm going vertically that I really appreciate how stupid it is. The one thing it does suck at, though, is going around corners. It doesn't really turn exactly. Also, going through schools of fish can be a little bit rough sometimes, but I'm not going to hold that against it. Has this not loaded in properly? Holy shit. I've never seen that except with Super Sea Glide before. You go, Spider-Man prawn suit. God. It feels so fast because it is. It's nice to finally have it confirmed by something just failing to load in. What are you gonna do about it? Here's another thing for me to swing off of. Well, I'm messing it up pretty badly, so he might be able to do something about it. Not that it'll matter, but he has the chance to. Well, I don't see him, which as far as I'm concerned means I'm safe. Lava Zone East. I hope that's what I named the other one. Oh, what are you on? Sir, continue falling. What are you doing? I feel a little bit alarmed that I can already hear the sea dragons. Okay, so I don't precisely remember how you go down here. I kind of just feel like there's a pit in the ground next to the lava castle. How are you so loud? Where are you? I think the murkiness is making it way harder to see them and it's making it way spookier. Oh, hey, here's the hole I was looking for. Go me. Drop my last beacon. Lava Zone Depths. Yeah, after it falls for about 20 feet or so, it just gets bored of falling and stops. Okay. If that's how you feel about it, I'm not going to argue with you. So normally, like, you go through here, and there's lava for the floor, and there's a sea dragon being mean to you, and it's all a hassle, and it takes a little while. Honestly, I don't see that happening this time. I don't even think we're gonna really notice there's a sea dragon around. Like, we're already to the objective. Where is he? Wait, seriously, where is he? Stop trying to scare me. I know what I'm doing. Actually, I need to go scan this thing.
I am what you seek. Want to help you.
Seriously, there's a sea dragon in this area. Even on Crazy Clear, I'm not seeing him. Also, holy shit, it's so cool to play with it on Crazy Clear in some cases. Like, yeah, it hurts your performance because it's rendering so much more, I think. And yeah, it probably is just cheating. Oh, you know what? He's probably... Ah, Christ! I thought you were a sea dragon. I just, like, saw you, was surprised by you, and thought, oh god, predator! Didn't really get further than that. He's probably swimming around it on the other side somewhere. Let's fix our murkiness before I forget to, though. Anyway, I have the key to the door. Let's get in here. And we will need to bring this with us because there is a lot of stuff to drill in here. In fact, it is the reason I brought a teleporter is to drill things in here.
Translating local alien broadcast. Warning, vaccine development program terminated. Emperor egg etching project terminated. Live specimens terminated. Evacuate immediately.
I'm sure I scanned this at some point, but this thing I'm currently drilling is, if I'm remembering correctly, a generator of ion cubes. That's what its purpose in life is. This place is a thermal facility, it generates power, and it turns that power into these ion cubes. Which is why we're going to be building some things in here. Can you stop making all these weird noises? Oh, it's doing the thing. Fair enough. What do you mean I don't have a oh, it's probably in the back of this, isn't it? Yeah, fair enough. So we build that. And I've never tried to use these. I'm guessing the way that they work is that you just stand your thing on it and it's like, oh yeah, cool, I know what to do. You can just go there, right? You're not going to glitch out and break everything? Seems to be the case.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Okay. And later, this will be like a temporary base. We'll occasionally have to come down here and drill stuff. Or if we were hanging around for the post-game, we would, but I don't think we really are. We will, however, scan all of these things and give a quick summary of the coolest ones. Apparently, they like to play giant D&D. You know, in the previous facilities, I never even talked about the alien robots. I'm not even sure if I saw them. Which is kind of weird, to just, like, go the whole game without even looking at those guys. Ah, yes, the alien carving and the ancient Earthblade, which remind you that the aliens came to Earth and all of the conspiracy theories are real. Just nanobots? What did I scan for that? Oh, the empty case. Fair enough. It turns out their giant D&D is actually radiation sterilization, which is a cool name for a metal band, but absolutely not as fun as D&D. Alright, scan's done. I believe it's time to run aimlessly around this place until we find our objective. Please stop! Why are you like this? I don't know what's making the banging sound constantly, but I wish it would quit. Aw, man. Rip baby Sea Emperor. I don't think there's anything in here that you need, per se. There are a couple of scans, but nothing super important, just like explaining the lore of the game, how the architects, precursors, whatever they're called in this game, were going out trying to find a cure with the Sea Emperors and couldn't make it happen for various reasons. But ultimately, I'm way past the lore of this game. The lore stopped being relevant to me the moment that I spent my time buying jukebox speakers instead of trying to save my life and get out of here. You'll notice that none of the Degassi Sea logs mention them spending millions of dollars setting up a bitchin' sound system. Probably part of why they died. They had a terrible attitude about all this. Oh, all of my ion cubes are still inside of the prawn suit. Fair enough, 1 second. I actually don't remember where these go. I thought the one in the lava zone went back to the gun, but now I'm not so sure. Just gotta jump up and grab the storage, 1 second. And I guess I'll go drill this thing again, because I know I'm going to need them. Alright, let's see where this goes. And for those of you wondering, because I'm getting low on thirst, weren't you like close to dying of thirst at the end of the last video? I absolutely was. In fact, I was using first aid kits to heal my dehydration on the way back. I barely made it. And this time I've learned my lesson and I brought snacks with me. Alright, this doesn't actually answer my question of where I am. I know I've gone through these before and they all took me to cool places in other biomes, but for the life of me, I don't know where. I want to say that they're in, like, the mountains. At least one of them is. Oh, I can check my map. I can just, like, cheat immediately. This one's in the crags. Cool. Let's see if there's anything around to actually be interested in, though. This is not very important if it's just a teleporter. You know, that's not actually true. If FCS Studios were still working, you could put, like, a little hub teleporter in the bottom of the game to teleport to all the other biomes. But that's... Point taken, I'll stay in here. Christ. So A, maybe you don't want to go to these places, and B, what I was originally going to say is I could just place the teleporters where I wanted to go specifically and not where the game said I could. And then on top of that, like, yeah, there's just no reason. I can place teleporters like where I want to go directly. Who's here? Who was screaming? I need to know which Leviathan it is. It's not a Leviathan, it's just a... You can't swim in here, sir! This is against the rules! This is against the rules! What are you doing? This is not okay! I'm gonna leave, because if he can do it, a Leviathan can do it. I don't want anything to do with this biome anymore. I'm gonna do a brief check to see if there's cool stuff on the floor. It looks like it's just spiders down there, and the spiders hate me too. I'm just gonna leave. I'm good. I'm just gonna leave. There are Leviathans streaming at me, bone sharks swimming through the air. It's a terrible time. If I ever want to build a teleporter hub, I'll build my own. I'm not using the Ancients one. Theirs is terrible. Everything they did failed. Why would I imitate them or use what they built? I'm leaving. Fuck this. I'll go see where their teleporters went out of morbid curiosity, but not because I expect to use them. My guess is that's a Reaper Leviathan that I heard. But it didn't sound like a Reaper. They have really distinctive screams, don't they? Was it just a bone shark and I wasn't in a good state of mind to recognize it as a bone shark? It could have been a gulper, because I don't know what gulpers sound like. It definitely wasn't a ghost where it was. It can't have been a sea dragon or a sea emperor. Those simply aren't above the ground. It was either a Reaper or I got spooked by a bone shark, and I honestly don't know which. Physics, you okay? I feel like this is the one I should have mined first, not last. Alright, we've been through room number 1, let's go check out room number 2. And we're obviously doing the Sea Emperor's room last because that's actually how you progress the game and really end the game. You know, with DeathRun settings on and increased aggression, I feel like the Reapers might just eat all of the Sea Leviathan babies, but... I mean, that was basically the plot hole in the original too.
More than 40 indigenous egg specimens in different states of development.
You know, I can sympathize with that. If I could store their eggs like this, I absolutely would. I'd have that and the aquarium. And like I said, they're just pretending to do science. They, just like me, are really just collecting things because they like to do it. I think that's everything. I don't think there's anything else scannable in here, so let's check out what that was. It was presented in a way that made it seem very important. I don't know if it was the Sea Emperor Leviathan research data or the Enzyme 42 project data, but either way, yeah, that's probably the lore saying, holy shit, this is how we cure the Kara. Which, you know, fair enough. That would be very important to me if I weren't just in a collectathon making sure I've scanned everything. But sadly, that is very much where my headspace is at. If it's not something I can put in a box and keep and look at, then I don't care about it. Alright, teleporter number 2. Let's see if I get bit by flying bone sharks and immediately attacked by Reaper Leviathans in this one. We are back in the Lost River, actually. This is not where I thought we were going. Is this like in an area I've been to? Or is it actually just like somewhere I completely forgot about? This obviously doesn't connect to the cuttlefish. The cuttlefish room looked nothing like this. But I'm curious as to where it opens out. And why everything sounds like I'm walking on metal, no matter what it's made of. This is very obviously not what this should sound like. Oh yeah, it's behind the brine fall, that's right. Is this like near my base? No, it's as far from my base as you can realistically be in the Lost River. Yeah, there is literally not a point in the here. Over here would be further away, but that is about it. And honestly, I'm glad. I'm glad to hear that there is a place further away from my base, and my base has been built essentially as far from the mountains as possible. That was a good decision. I don't want to ever bait myself somehow into thinking it's a good idea to leave the mountains. That's just suicide. Speaking of, we're going to very shortly teleport into the mountains, walk out, look into the darkness, get eaten by a gulper. I just want everyone to be mentally braced for that, because it's how it's going to go down. Alright, swapping over to the right side. I believe this is a teleporter, that's a teleporter, in the middle is a lore room. We're going to go through it same order as last time, though. Which means we're going to go into another teleporter, and there's only so many good biomes in the game it can take me to. I know it's not taking me to one of the starter biomes, so, Mushroom Forest, please? Because if it's not Mushroom Forest, it's going to suck, right? I guess it could take me to Grand Reef, that wouldn't be too bad, and Sparse Reef. There are biomes that aren't just death. I don't know where this is. We're 300 meters down. I feel like it would be cheating to look at my map. I have to go out and look at it normally. Just a fallen over light, some bushes. Not really seeing anything to identify where I am at the minute. I can hear the gulper outside. Did you hear that bite when I was running? We're in the mountains, aren't we? No, that's the bulb zone. We're on the border of the bulb zone in the mountains. No, we're actually just falling in the bulb zone. There's a gulper this far out in the bulb? Holy shit. Maybe he got pulled out of the mountains, because I remember the gulpers following me pretty far, and sometimes Leviathans just stay where they chase you. Wow. The bulb zone's terrifying now. It checks out. They hunt based on electric senses. Of course they go for anteals, but just want to swim out and look at him, because it doesn't feel like... I don't want to swim out. Like, I went out there, I looked around. I wasn't expecting it to just... Why? Why? Okay, fine. What is it with the flying bone sharks? Why did the precursors make teleporters to all the flying bone sharks? Once again, I stepped outside, got spooked like crazy by Leviathans, and then bone sharks just flew in and ran me off. What's going on with this nonsense? Alright, I'm gonna skip the lore room this time and go straight to the other teleporter. Do none of them go to the mountains? I mean, that one went pretty close to the mountains. I'd say that counts, honestly. If I didn't have the map to tell me otherwise, I would assume that was on the mountain's edge of Bulb Zone, and it's close enough to that to be true. But, where can this last one go? Dunes, Crash Zone, Mountains, Mushroom Forest. Honestly, most of the biomes are still possibilities, and I really don't remember what all four of these are. It's possible that they wouldn't go to places like Dunes or wherever the other Sanctuary cache is, just because there's already alien stuff there, like in those biomes to begin with. I don't know. Looking around, my habitats... It stresses me out when the entire map is in the same direction. Oh, jelly rays, we're in the mushrooms! I don't know that's actually true. We're in the mushrooms, yes! Oh, it's a nice biome! Oh, wait a second. I'm thinking about like where I might want to build bases that I haven't done before for a death run in the future. Where is this exactly on the map? Ah, it's the western one, damn. If this was a crevice in the eastern one, like kinda near the Aurora, this would actually be one of the coolest base locations because it would be a good early game location. And then late game, you can just like have a teleporter directly back to your base in the final areas. Oh well, that's fine. All right, cool. It was a friendly biome for once. No floating bone sharks, no reaper screams. In and out, quick 5-minute adventure, nothing bad happened for once. Alright, last lore room before we progress to the actual final room of the game. Finally getting through all the lore stuff. The real question is if I'm going to try to explore the stupid nonsense areas. And I probably shouldn't. I should probably not go to the areas I've avoided so far with very good reason. But I'll at the very least fly through the crash zone once, right? I think it's mostly Reapers. That feels pretty safe in all honesty. Like, yeah, the Reapers are scary, but honestly, Reapers alone really can't kill a Seamoth. Reapers have only ever killed the Seamoth in conjunction with other things. Sometimes my own incompetence. Yes, admittedly, that is oftentimes one of the things that are working in conjunction with. But usually, it's like, oh, a warper pulls you out. Or I get distracted because I'm forced to go do an objective somewhere. Right, this is where I came in. There is a downward path over here. For the life of me, I don't remember where this room goes to. I honestly thought it was just the top half showing the pump system. All right, here's the bottom half showing the pump system. Is there anything else in here, or are you just making fun of me and wasting my time, game? There is actually no reason to ever come down into the bottom half of the room. That's so sad. All right, so the reason I thought it was just the top half is because, like, realistically, it is just the top half. Okay, fair enough. All right, then that means it's finally time to move forward into the next room. Unless I have to go back and make a blue tablet. How dare you, game? It's fine, it's not a big deal. I don't need to bring this back with me. I want to go to the global network. To add this to the global network. Oh god, did my game just crash? Are you serious? That's so sad. This is the best news I've had all day. I got scared and didn't go out, so I saved the game. Gulper Leviathan, I would like to thank you. Just know that you're welcome, I guess. He's over there somewhere. Can you come out so I can thank you personally? You saved me like 40 minutes. Well, whatever. It sounds like he might finally be coming over, but I gotta keep running. Oh wait, can you come inside? Reaper, come on, give it a shot. Try to come swim in here, it's crazy. Ah, you coward. He'll keep trying over and over again when if I see Maul that's gonna die, but when he'd be glitching out, swimming through the air and being awesome, then he's just gonna stop and leave. Fine, fine, fine. Guys, I'm very upset. It appears that I am just completely stuck inside of this thing. I would like to move, please. I mean, I'll drill this while I'm here, but I would like to leave. And I'm deeply frustrated that I cannot. Anyway, the real question is, can we actually add this to the global network? No! No, we cannot! So my teleporter crashes the game, and the building ate my prawn suit. Are we clear on that? That's what's happening? Okay, cool.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Yes, on the load and save, before it fully loaded the physics, I was able to jump in and shoot out. Cool. Now, my only guess as to what's wrong here is that maybe these cannot be used inside of this facility. That seems stupid and random and doesn't really make that much sense. However, what's the alternative? Like, the alternative is just that it's broken and literally doesn't do its job, or maybe there's something specific about this facility that is the problem. So let's give it a shot. We need to drop this thing out here. Is someone gonna be a problem? Because I'd rather you didn't. Oh. Yeah, it's supposed to be inside of a base, and it was really upset with me for not doing that. That's a fairly simple problem, isn't it? I'm gonna need you to just chill out, please. Well, seeing as I didn't bring titanium because I didn't think I would need any. Like an idiot who thought he could just cheat and it would work fine. Okay, I'll be back with you in a couple of seconds. I have to make, is this even the right way to get out, honestly? Fun fact, the Aurora stern is like directly over the containment zone. You know what? I don't even think this is the best way to go get titanium. I think I'm better off just like leaving through one of the teleporters to go get titanium. Stop. It's so loud every time. But yeah, the issue I'm facing is that it's trying to give it a base name and it's literally not in a base, so it doesn't know what to do. And yeah, I've been up here. The last one was the Mushroom Forest teleporter. And it was the Western Mushroom Forest, so it's really not even that far from my base. That sounds like a reasonable shot. Why does it say that my hotkeys are left click, right click, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6? Because 8 still equips the stasis rifle. More QuickSlotsPlus got a bit confused at some point, presumably around the same point in time that everything else snapped in half. Yeah, the crevasse that this is in is actually marked on the map, so it should be very easy to find my way back. Except for the part where it's pitch black and I can't see anything. Dear Lord. Nighttime is actually the worst. .2 kilometers from my base does suck, but there are worse things in the world. Alright, I've got my blue tablet. I have my tiny shell of a base that makes it technically safe. I don't think it should require power since I'm going to be powering it myself. Otherwise it defeats the whole point of the quantum power bank, it seems like. And now we can head back. The question is just, what's the best way to head back? I do think it's just by heading back into the mushroom forest. If I had a functioning super sea glide tube in the base in the Lost River, it might be able to reach from there to the lava zone. I think it would be able to, it would be close. But unfortunately, I don't have that. My super sea glide tube just magically healed itself, so I'll be swimming back the long way and complaining the whole way. Alright, we've made it back. Took longer than I'd liked, but we're here. Okay, we now have a multi-purpose room. And we have a hatch. This is a base with no power and terrible in every way.
Emergency power only.
And inside of it, we have a teleporter. I should be able to save the game, and hopefully it doesn't crash when I try to use this one. Hey, look at that. Perfect. Let's put this on the teleporter pad for when we leave in a few minutes. And let's go make some real progress. After an entire episode of scanning and running around and teleporting and complaining about mods, we're finally ready to move into the Sea Emperor's prison. Hi there, buddy. How are you doing? You know, you're kind of terrifying. The whole visions thing did not make me trust you more. I can't scan you. You have fun. Oh, I literally can't leave. There we go. Their hitbox is just huge.
Now they're gone. And instead, we have you. We are curious whether you swim with the current or fight against it as they did.
Well, I mean, I am scanning your eggs, which is a bad start, huh?
In nearby predators. Reason unknown. Environment scans indicate the water here is rich with a rare plankton-like life form, which depends on the organic detritus produced by the ecosystem around it.
Alright, that's all you gotta say. I guess I'll be on my way, dude. I feel like you're supposed to say more than that. Oh, alright, bye. I didn't mean to upset you. I think... What's in here that I'm remembering? Is just an ion cube at the back? Is that it? There's something in here.
Unlike other alien facilities, scans indicate this location supports a diverse and healthy ecosystem. Explanation unclear at this time.
Oh, there's a teleporter back here, and somewhere else there is an ion cube hidden in this area, but that hardly matters. Now, if I'm understanding what just happened correctly, when I scanned that stuff, I should have gotten a new blueprint for hatching enzymes. It's weird that it's not listed as a blueprint. There should have been a +1 here then if that was the case. Do I need to talk to her more? Was that the issue? Because it did feel like she had more to say, and she just didn't. Probably because I flew in her face and scared her off. I'll be the first to admit that was kind of rude. Okay, yeah, the hatching enzymes theory literally says maybe go talk to the Sea Emperor about that. So, fair enough. I'll go do that. Oh, the cube that you can use to open is literally beside it. Fair enough. Alright, so I think we got off on the wrong foot. Can you sit back down and continue talking to me? God, this tank is big. Okay, look, I'm sitting down, I'm being cross-legged and stuff. Not gonna fly in your face this time. Please land and talk to me. You gotta finish giving me the information. I can't save your kids if you don't. You're just sitting there silently judging me? Is this how the previous aliens felt? Okay, please land. Please don't keep swimming. Alright, we're good. She's doing it. She's gonna continue talking to us this time. We're not gonna upset her and leave, like I was previously doing. Any second now. See Emperor, please. Please, what what is this shit? What are these? Nothing, and she's off again. Save my game and leave and see if I'm actually just able to make it and it didn't pop up anywhere. Like, I know she's supposed to say more. The game's very upset with me for not listening to their cutscene properly. Is there a way out here, or do you have to go through the aquarium arch? There's probably a way out, but I want to see where the aquarium arch goes anyway. Oh, hey, you have the enzyme thing behind you. I've never actually watched her swim around and notice it before. It's a little bit buggy, but I appreciate it. Makes sense that they would have the enzyme trail behind them just like the peepers do. I'm also kind of hoping that just like going out and back in will reset her AI if it doesn't let me build it already. Oh, it literally just goes like right next to where we were. Alright, before I actually leave, I want to swing around this place for a hot second, because it sort of messes with me that I never found the lava dragon down here. He's definitely not on top of it. Because there's like no on top of it to be. I hear what I could easily imagine to be the Sea Emperor, or sorry, the Lava Dragon. I have no proof that it can't be back here, so I'm gonna go this way. Sorry about that, Ray. What's back here? Like, I definitely never went this way during my actual playthrough, because, like, why would I? A dead end. I mean, there's really not anything else that could be back here, so fair enough. It's fine, I can slingshot myself around. Is stuff not loading in properly? Yes, it's too fast for the game. Fair enough. So it should be on the other side somewhere and just allowed, because it should be getting driven off by that. Oh no, I'm too low. Shit. I need to let my jump things refuel, because I literally can't get high enough to touch the ceiling right now. As soon as this is about to run out, I'm gonna shoot. Okay, we should be fine. Oh shit, we're not. I actually do not see the sea dragon anywhere. Nor do I see anything resembling competence. So I've just been messing up this Spider-Manning constantly. Every time I'm shooting too low. I think I just heard it to my right spitting at me. No, that was just one of the dozens and dozens of lava fish. What are they called? I actually don't remember what the lava fish are called. I hate them. I remember that part. Did the sea dragon that was supposed to be down here? It sounds like it's right there, right? I think what happened, in fact, I'm very confident in this, is that he aggroed me when I was in the previous lava zone when these walls hadn't loaded. And he just clipped through the ceiling trying to get me. And now he's stuck outside of this area. Because yeah, he's definitely not where he's supposed to be, that part is for sure. He should be in here somewhere. I'm very confident in that. I hope I'm not losing my mind and there's only two, but I'm pretty sure there are two next to the lava castle and one in here. Regardless though, we're done. I was just checking for him because it seemed like it was, you know, weird that he wasn't here. You're where you should be. I've never teleported a vehicle before, but I don't think there should be anything else I have to do. I don't know how to use this. Oh, I can't use it like this. That's right. The way you use it is just...
Captain.
Yes, that's the whole thing. Okay, yes, go back. No, none of this. Teleportation, base 1. Get me out of here. Now, does it bring the prawn suit with me? If I have to Spider-Man it out, I won't be upset. Alright, I'm a little bit upset that it just sort of freaked out and dumped me through my base, but worse things have happened to better people. It's fine. We can't actually use a teleporter normally to get to that location, I'm realizing. You have to use the ion cubes to do so, which isn't a problem, it's just weird. Oh, I have to hit start for it to do its job. Well, it does its job very quickly, apparently, so it's not the biggest deal in the world. Now, the reason we're actually back in this base, it's kind of important. Wait a second. Wouldn't this teleport me right next to my fabricators based on what happened last time? Yes, it does! Base design! Unfortunately, yeah, the samples, whatever it's called, the cure, is very much not here, it seems. Which is precisely what I was afraid of being the case. It's not a big deal. We can go back and try again. It's just kind of inconvenient. And also, like, I legitimately don't know what to do if she won't talk to me. I'm gonna have to look this up because I'm sure other people have had this bug. I've never just full-on ignored her the way I did and then had her refuse to talk to me again. Alright, so I'm gonna take this one out. Oh, wow. The ion cube's just gone already, huh? Hit start. Is it still gone? Yes. Well, I got a second one out because I thought that was a possibility. A little bit rude, but we're fine. So going back over here, we're gonna teleport to base 70. I know it doesn't. That's why I'm carrying a battery pack with me. What are you talking about? Do you only use battery packs to teleport from your current location? It can't go to? That's so lame. Ah, damn it. Alright, as you can see, I built a new Super Seaglide tube. I'm just leaving this one fully constructed so that it will break on its own if it somehow heals itself this time. I guess because I built the last one out of glass, somehow glass doesn't work the same way as titanium. I can believe that being true for some reason. I'm trying to glance back and forth as I swim to see which zone is closer. What I should actually be doing is going for the entrance to the active lava zone, which is lava zone depths. So I need to be going east regardless. If I drown by like exactly 10 seconds, we'll know what the cause was. But I'm pretty sure we can just easily do this. Unless a lava dragon eats us. I don't know how hard they hit, but I imagine they hit quite hard. You know what? I think maybe there's something I scan in there. I don't know, I feel like I scanned the eggs, the hatching thing. The incubator, rather, the arch. The Sea Emperor wasn't scannable. But I feel like there was something in there I'm supposed to scan, because the speedrun obviously doesn't talk to her. They just fly through like a maniac, and somehow they're able to make the hatching enzymes after. Also, like, absolutely no issues with the sea dragons. Nice. I mean, they're mad now, but what are they gonna do about it? I've never had any trouble with sea dragons in this game, but I feel like that's unusual, like they should be dangerous. They tend to just hang out and scream a lot, though. Is that a giant diamond? No, that's kyanite. Oh, this might kill me. Okay, we're fine. I was worried about the momentum for becoming a falling damage and just smashing me against the wall like a cartoon. We're okay, though. A little bit deaf, but otherwise okay. I just realized that by carrying a quantum power bank, you can, in hardcore, if you realize you're going to die, just panic, hit F2, teleport, and hope it works out. Do you want to try to give the cutscene again? I'll wait. I'm still being told that my base is dying. Is that going to be there forever? Do I have to go back and fix it? That's very annoying. Alright, so they're not interested in coming up here and talking to me. I don't believe they're scannable. Certainly not if they're flying away from me, because they're literally faster than I am. I'm looking into the bottom of my neck right now. Very nice. could have sworn you got it from scanning that. I'm just gonna Alt-Tab and see if she decides to start talking to me. Yeah, she's not interested in talking, but also I just checked the wiki. It says that they're unlocked after I open the aquarium arch, which I've done. Bye, Ball Shark. Even down here, people are clipping into things and launching themselves across the map, what little map there is to be launched across. Oh, you know what you could do if you were a sensible person? You could just wait to scan bone sharks and stalkers when they're down here. That would be a good idea. But, yeah, this is thoroughly open. Can't be scanned. Huh. Did I just, like, miss it when I was looking for it? I don't know what category it's supposed to be under, but it's just straight up not there. Anyways, I've been Rather Go here, and I'm deeply confused. I'll see you in the next one. I don't care about liking the video. Please comment if you have any idea why I can't make these. Thank you, and goodbye.